back by popular demand and the necessary requirements for a game to evolve. Dissidia NT streams. That's right, there's going to be a Dissidia NT stream on the 20th this month. That's right, this month. Not next month, not the month before that, this month indeed. Now, what will the stream cover in all seriousness? Well, before we even go over that, we must go over something else. Coming this weekend will be the spectator mode for Dissidia NT. For custom lobbies, you can watch your friends now, instead of having to play all the time and just watch them spam I must refuse while waiting to play an actual match. Someone just sent me a PS4 invite, goddamn. There has been no date specified for it, but it is coming out this weekend, the week this video comes out, which is the second week of February. It'll be coming out the weekend of that week. If you're in the future watching this, then why are you watching? Just go play the fucking game. Anyways, now onto the livestream details. During this livestream, our major piece of content for this month will be revealed. A stage. What stage can it be? Probably from Final Fantasy 15, because they usually show up a little bit of preference towards the main series games whenever there's a new piece of content towards a Final Fantasy game in Dissidia Arcade. Woo! But basically, when Noctis came out in Dissidia Arcade, and rather than having a campaign like every other character had up to that point, Noctis was just given out. Everybody was playing as Noctis. You can play as Noctis as soon as you launch the game in the arcades in Japan. For that reason, I think they'll give Final Fantasy 15 the stage this time. And honestly, I don't know what the stages they would put for Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy Type 0. They could put the Insomnia Citadel. It'd be a pretty easy stage and make it to Dissidia NT because it's kind of like a flat zone. They could, you know, edit it a little bit, but it's a pretty basic shape for a stage. But regardless, there will be a stage reveal. They haven't said what game it is, so what my opinion is not the actual stage. It's going to be revealed on the 20th, but they are going to reveal a stage on the 20th without a doubt. Along with that will be balance changes. So for those who feel like Sephiroth's overpowered and that their favorite character is underpowered, stay tuned. There might be something for your character. Personally, and this is complete speculation, I could be completely wrong, but they might announce something to start bringing in content from Dissidia Arcade into Dissidia NT. Because they obviously know they have a Western audience, and they have an audience of people who never played Dissidia Arcade. They might have heard of it, but they never played it. So none of us could ever get those titles. None of us could ever get those icons. And it's just me, maybe it's just me, but I think it's a little unfair that we could never get those icons just because we didn't live in Japan. Like, I get the fact that they want to keep some stuff exclusive, you know, in the arcade release, but I don't think it's fair that they would just keep it forever. Maybe they'll start announcing some kind of way to get those items if you never played Dissidia Arcade. But if they do, I mean, it's been 2 years since like the very first items were released with the World of Final Fantasy collaboration Battle of the Gods thing they had way back when. So I think it's time to start, you know, drip feeding that to the console players. I think that'd be fair. They also said a really long time ago they wanted to introduce something to the console version of Dissidia, like the Battle of the Gods. They want to have some kind of, you know, event kind of thing. They didn't really expand on it much. I think it was only in one interview that I can't find, but I remember them distinctly saying, we want to do something like the Battle of the Gods for the console version. They just don't want to leave it stagnant. I mean, it would be kind of stupid just to leave all that content in, you know, in the arcade version and not put it in the console version ever. I mean, it would be lots of time eventually. So, maybe they'll announce it this stream. I don't know, maybe the stage is like so, you know, big and crazy they won't announce anything else other than the stage. But I don't know, usually they don't just announce one thing, even if, like, you know, we know what the major content coming in is. They usually announce some other things, like, you know, little quality of life updates, little additions to the major content. For example, like, let's say they make Insomnia the next stage, they might have an Insomnia icon, and they'd be like a title for playing on Insomnia or something like that. They usually do that with their content. They have like little things on the side, and I think one of those little things could possibly be something for, you know, Dissidia NT, some kind of like way for us to get those usually exclusive arcade items that we still can't get. You know, I'm speaking out my butt here, so I don't know, just like my heart tells me that. I think it'd be cool if they revealed on this stream, because, you know, Dissidia NT is a new game, and in Japan it's okay. It's doing pretty okay. It's not as good as Dissidia Arcade. And in the West, it's kind of struggling. You know, people are liking it because it's not easy. But I think that launching some news right now for Dissidia NT, some major news like that pertaining to the future of the game, which would also appeal towards casual and competitive gamers, because who doesn't like content? Every gamer likes content. Like, unless it's bad content that's detrimental to the future of the game, everyone likes content. And even if it is bad content, usually people still like it anyway. But going forward, I think announcing that early would be a better idea than waiting and possibly letting one of the markets die and then having to deal with that in the future. Square Enix has also dealt with this with Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, where the game was just shit. I'm not gonna defend it. It was just a shitty game, and then they had to remake the entire thing. And I know that's like a 1 in a million success story, but they don't want to be another. They don't have 2 1 in a million success stories in their record, because you never know when that 1 in a million success story is gonna be a 1 in a million failure story. So they're probably gonna. I'm just hoping if they announce something, anything about the game's future, because right now the game's still in kind of like an infantile state, I guess, compared to other video games, where usually the game will be like, oh, here's our ideas for the future. All we really know is we're getting 6 characters over the span of 12 months, and eventually we'll be getting those Dissidia Arcade content updates whenever Dissidia Arcade gets updates to the game to keep it all balanced and on the same version. It's important that we have more news regarding the future of the game and other content other than the season pass. It just is for a game as a service, and that's what Square Enix likes to do with their games. They like to keep their games as a service that keeps giving to the player after they buy the initial disc and then load it in. They don't want the player just to play it once and be done. They want to keep giving you content so you stay in the game or whatever. And it's important that we know what we're getting in the future if they want to actually pull that off without failure. Regardless of what you think about my speculation earlier, I just want to conclude by saying that my speculation is speculation and is not informed by any other source than my own brain and experiences I've had with watching these Dissidia Arcade streams in the past. The only thing we know for sure that will happen is the stage coming out on the 22nd after being revealed on the 20th, along with the Bounce patch update, which will be coming on the same day after being revealed in the same stream. As always, I'm Blue the Hedgehog. I want to hear what you think in the comments below. Will we get more than just a stage? Will we get some little extra content on the side? Or will it just be the stage, some like titles or some shit, and that'll be it? And along with the balance change. Either way, I'm Blue the Hedgehog. It's 3 a.m. That's why I sound like I'm so tired, because I'm fucking tired. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Don't eat your mom. And make sure not to get tired of Dissidia NT. I've seen a lot of people get tired of this game already. If it's not clicking for you, just take it casually. You don't need to be the best in the world at everything. Even if it's a competitive game, you still don't need to be the best in the world. You just don't. Ranks are a joke in this game with how it's handled. I won't lie. It's a great game, but, like, you don't need to take it so seriously if you're not having a good time. Either way, see you guys next time. And as usual, stay safe, like I said earlier. Good night. To me. I don't know how to end this video. By the way, this was all announced at an exhibition match in Japan. If you want to know where it's from, you can check the Mitsu. There's an article on it. Either way, I'm going to bed now. Honestly, I'm so fucking tired. See you guys next time. Bye. For real now. Bye-bye. Bye.